If you're trying to decide between the Momcozy M5 versus Momcozy V2 Pro, then stay tuned. In this video, I am going to walk you through the similarities, differences, and things that you may want to consider before purchasing either of these two Momcozy breast pumps. So the obvious difference between these two pumps is the design. You can see that the Momcozy M5 is an all-in-one unit. This is a completely wearable breast pump. It is designed for the whole unit to sit within your pumping bra while you are pumping. The V2, on the other hand, has your pump motor, which has a lanyard and a clip for attaching to your clothing or belt, and it is attached to your collection cup via tubing. Now, this is still a very portable breast pump, but it's not a wearable in the essence of it's not an all-in-one unit that sits in your bra. Now, the benefit of having a pump with the tubing and the separate collection cup is that these collection cups only weigh 120 grams. They are extremely lightweight, which means if you're somebody that struggles carrying the additional weight on your chest, you will find having your pump motor separate very beneficial. In saying that, the M5 is still very lightweight for a wearable breast pump. It's only 230 grams per pump unit, so again, it is still lightweight, but it is close to double the weight of the collection cup on your V2 Pro. So in terms of pump motors, now they are actually very similar in terms of functionality. They both have around 300 millimeters of mercury suction strength. The V2 Pro is slightly less, of up to 288, but for all intensive purposes, they are very similar in suction strength. Both come with 3 modes, so you have your stimulation mode, which is the shorter suctions, quick shorter suctions for stimulating your letdown, and then both have your longer suctions with your expression mode for drawing out your breast milk, and then both come with a mixed mode, which is a combination of both of these two shorter and longer suctions. They both have 9 suction strength levels, so you can easily adjust these to your comfort levels and output. They both have a LED screen. Now, I have an older model of the M5, but the newer models that are on the market now also have an inbuilt timer. You can see here on the V2 Pro that also has a timer. I do like the screen on the V2 Pro better. I do find it a bit clearer, and you can easily see these dots along here are what suction level that you have your pump on, so it is a little bit easier to see, but all in all, both have a great LED screen that makes it easy to see where your data's at, and both just have 4 easy to use buttons, so your power, your plus and minus for adjusting your suction levels, and then your mode button. In terms of noise, the V2 Pro is quieter. It is under 45 decibels. That said, again, the M5 is still very quiet at under 50 decibels. So in a complete silent room, you will hear both pumps. However, with a little bit of background noise, both are very discreet. The one thing I will add though, in terms of functionality with the M5, it does come with a vibration feature. Now, this is not available on the V2 Pro. The vibration feature, imagine this is sitting on your breast. It is slightly vibrating to help loosen up your ducts and help extract your breast milk. So that is a really big benefit of the M5. However, not everybody needs the vibration, but it is something to consider. In terms of the collection cups and flanges, now you can see here that the V2 Pro has a really nice teardrop shape. It is smaller than your M5. Again, the benefit of having your separate pump motor, you have a greater capacity with your collection cup. So it can be more streamlined, and it also offers a huge 7-ounce capacity, which is fantastic if you are somebody that is an overproducer. It just means that you're going to get less leaks. That said, the M5 has a 5.4 ounce capacity. It's a little bit less than your standard 6 ounce. However, it's still more than ample for most people. In terms of the flange design though, I really do love the new V2 Pro collection cups. It has a simple push-in seal. So you can simply push that in nice and firm and your pump is together. It does have this little cap here for your pouring spout. Not a huge fan, but still, given that you have this push-in design, I do love. Now, the flange itself is a hard silicone with your soft silicone double fit flange. So that is this extra seal that you see around here. This is standard on your Momcozy pumps, and it is fantastic for helping create a better seal, for a better suction, but also a more comfortable fit. Now you can see the difference on the size of that double seal with the M5 versus the V2 Pro. It is much smaller on your Momcozy M5, and you will also see that this is a soft silicone all around with your M5. So it is very comfortable. My only part that I don't like is to put it on, you have to lift the lip and then push it around. So this can lead to spills if you don't have an adequate seal. Just something to be mindful of. It's not hard to use, and it's very easy to use still, but it is just that extra little bit of a step to that push in and you're done. Both have very minimal parts, so they are very easy to clean. Your tubing and your pump motor doesn't need to be cleaned. So from that aspect, they are very similar. Battery life, however, the V2 Pro comes out on top. That has a huge 170-minute runtime off a single charge. In comparison, your M5 is up to 120 minutes. So there's a huge 50-minute difference between these two pumps in runtime. So that's 2 to 3 pumping sessions, that difference between these off a single charge. That said though, the M5 does have a beautiful hard carry case that comes with it with a ton of accessories. You don't get this with the V2 Pro. So there's pros and cons to both of these pumps. Ideally, which one would I choose really comes down to, are you looking for an all-in-one wearable breast pump? If so, the M5 is your option. If you're looking for something that's a little bit more lightweight, has greater capacity, a longer battery life, and you're not bothered by the tubing, then the V2 Pro is the way to go.